What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Dave Reviews, and today I'm going to be going over Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo, Chapter 8, titled Duraval Babidi Machika? Duraval Babidi Machika Part 1. Wait a minute. That sounds like Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, Majin Boo type stuff, and Deborah. Maybe we get to see Deborah, but it's a part 1. So you already know Gigi is locking in. So we're going to be here for a while. Because we might be here till like part 20 something. I'm okay with that. But based off of what I'm currently saying, I'm going to be reading a lot of text. But I don't have a problem with that. But on the last episode, or last chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo, I mean, Yuka just drops like this news, this bombshell on us that she's dying at like 6 months. So I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Can Rika not help you? But at the same time, you've showed me a hint of old man Yuji, who might be the head of the Kamo clan now. I don't know. Maybe just doing what his brother wants him to do, meaning Chozo, and just ending these cursed spirits. And then you give me an older Mayuto, a more mature Mayuto. I mean, same with Yuji, but you know what I'm saying. I want to see them fight. But with that said, once again, I must ask, where is Takaba? You send me Takaba. I want to see Takaba. Even if it's just at a comedy show. Just off the wall somewhere. I need to see it. But hopping into it. It says, the village where my brother and I grew up was raised by the government. Our parents resisted until the very end, only to be crushed into the rubble of our home. Crushed by or into, because that means somebody did that. It says, as my father died, he was clutching what I thought was just an ordinary rock, like it was the most precious thing in the world. But even now, I sometimes wonder if it was really nothing more than that. Well, this is starting off depressing. It says, no way. I don't want to take care of no kid. Please, Dora. Is this your home? Is this your village? Are we getting the backstory of the Siberians? It says, if they got captured, then so be it. Just punish them and send them back home. It says, that's the problem. If you punish one child from the camp publicly, then soon the jail will be overflowing with children. It's not unusual for starving children to work as thieves, after all. It says punishing them officially is a lot more decent than letting vigilante justice run rampant. You tell that to Batman. You tell that to Batman. It says maybe, but they're no ordinary children. Even a grown man would have trouble taking them on. It says if we send them back to camp, the residents there won't be satisfied unless we cut off at least one of their arms. Oh, take it easy. But you know how it goes. Says, fine then. Is that Deborah? Or is that just the current, leader of everything? I mean, he looks cool, but look at these kids, bro. Now, I was comparing them to Vash and Knives. But I never seen a kid Vash look that ferocious. But boy, those kids look real. Oh my God, they look real. Oh, older adults will have problems with it. Yeah, I'm sure. They out here trying to survive. Oh boy. Says, hey, there's 2 of them. Says, yeah, they're twins. I said they, remember? So, what's up? Oh, jeez. Okay, Maru. Maru hops out, leaps out, and just throws hands. But he's blocking them. He's like, all right, I see you. You ain't nothing special. Cross comes in there. Tries to. Says, nah, son. You're getting smacked. You're getting smacked with your brother, as a matter of fact. Get out of here, children. So they woozy third eyes. They ain't helping you right now. Says, well, at least you got a lot of energy. Says, perfect. You can help me with my work. Says, you won't get paid, though. Says, I'm building a canal. So that's not the dad. This is just clan leader. What happened? If this is the same Deborah, if this is the same Deborah, bro, there's just rage. There's just rage there. Says, I'm going to keep digging. Says, take these rocks and fill the cages lined up over there with them. Says, like that. Says, got it. And they're listening. Says, but don't touch those rocks over there. Says, yes, sir. Well, why not? What's wrong with those rocks? Says, I can't believe those are the same naughty children. Says, I made the right decision asking you to take them in, Dora. Well, Dora is not Deborah, unless that's a short Taning for the name, but I don't know. Says, I just had to rough them up a couple of times. After that, they listened pretty good. Yeah, sometimes I will do it. Sometimes. That shouldn't be the route that you go, but that's what he did. Says, you kids don't learn, do you? Are you just that bored? Says, I thought I gave you a job. Says, oh, this was bigger than I thought it'd be. Says, now that's a big boulder. Says, stand back, you two. And he destroys said boulder by probably using what I presume is their cursed energy. So even though they got these third eyes, they just can't automatically tap into the cursed energy. You have to, or whatever they define as cursed energy, you just have to actually harness it and know what you're talking about. Like Nin, like if you don't know what Nin is, well, no, because you can still get Nin abilities even without knowing what Nin is. But I don't know. We'll see. It says, what is it? And they're like, oh, how did you do it? Says, hey, Dora, why are you building some dumb old canal? Says, you think it's dumb, huh? Says, well, I guess a kid like you wouldn't understand. If you use a boat to transport goods from Discount to Shama, you got to take a route like this. Says, whoa, that's a crazy detour. Exactly. That's why I'm building a canal through here. Says, now I get it. Says, but why? Says, cross. Bro, they were thriving. They were thriving, surviving, and opening new trade routes. This civilization was, they just had like dirt buildings and stuff. But it looks like they were getting on the right path. So wait a minute. How do you get spaceships? How long have they been alive? I have questions, because if they're like, let's just say they're like 7 or 8, and then like 10 years pass, and now you got spaceships, bro, you got rock buildings. What are we talking about? What happened? How did it happen? Says, why should we Rebulians do anything that benefits Discount? Remulians? I thought you were Samurians. Or is Samurians just when everybody who was left on your planet, let's just say the planet's name is Samurians, is like, bro, we're Samurians. No, we don't care about your specific geographical location that describes what tribe or area you was with. Nah, you just us now. We all Samurians, sucker. Says, the canal was planned to be built here long ago. Says, Kallians, the cursed spirits, or the Shikigami, there were beasts sacred to our people called Kallians. Sacred? So they just wasn't on a rampage like these other ones, Shikigami and whatnot. But Shikigami can come in different forms, so it's not a cursed spirit. It says, but all the other tribes insisted that Kallians should be destroyed. And when we refused, we were driven out of our village and our parents were killed. Jeez. That's just... I'm surprised war hasn't broken out, unless it already has. We understood why they were so insistent. It was because Kallians attacked and ate anyone who wasn't Remulian. So they were just... So if they were your Shikigami, that means like they were at your behest and call. So it was probably at the best that they did do what they did to your parents, because technically your parents was attacking. Nah, this is messed up. This is messed up. So this whole place is the Kallians' habitat. Back when the canal was in its planning stages, the workers from the Discount were attacked and the construction came to a halt. So it's not that we have to do it. We're the only ones who can do it. Says, that's not an answer. The skunk drove us here in the first place. They forced us here to this barren land where barely any crops can grow. So I'm asking, why the hell should we work for the skunk? And I want to assume that the skunk has more resources, so maybe their land doesn't look like that, but I don't think that they have spaceships. I don't think that's in space travel, intergalactic travel. Says it's not for the skunk, it's for us Remulians. Says, though it may be hard to grasp in this country, where only those who are strong tend to gain power. So, is it just y'all? Like the Remulians who can have the ability of using curse energy? Or is it everyone? And it doesn't seem like it's huge fights going on, but I don't know. And also, does everybody have 3 eyes? Or is that just for your tribe? Meaning the Remulians. Says, even if they hurt us, we can't hurt them back. What? Because if Rumel doesn't change, the skunk never will. What? Who are you? Who are you? Do you survive this ordeal, or do you turn into the Bora? I need to know. Says, in order for people with no shared land or blood ties to truly coexist peacefully, we need to have universal love and time. He's a pacifist. Maybe? Nah, he wasn't scared to throw hands. He's not Vash out here. I mean, Vash will still shoot you, but he won't kill you. Says, coexist peacefully, says Cross. It means we should be good neighbors. No wonder he questioned the word neighbors when Tsurugi said what he said. It's easier to accept people's differences when you have something that connects you. And this canal is going to be our connection to Descant. Says, plus, once the canal's finished, I'm going to run water from the Ramel River to the camps and villages. I can use the canal as an outlet to build a larger intake without worrying about flooding. Says it won't just make the land fertile either. Once we have a steady supply of clean water, I'm sure the kids won't get sick all the time anymore. This dude, he's doing a lot. He's really not, but he is. Like, I'm going to build this canal, and I'm going to build connections with the Descant, while at the same time improving the land quality and living quality of our people here. No, he's great. I really hope he survives, but at the same time, I hate to see what happened to him if he turns into the Bora. Because, my God, that's a 180 shift. Says, I just don't understand it. Says, I wonder if Cross isn't gonna show up again today. Says, yawn, it's not that Cross's way of thinking is wrong. That's the majority opinion. Most people feel the same way. That's the reason why I'm doing this all on my own. That's fair. Says, look. Says, those are all the rocks we dug up yesterday, and the cages are all broken. Did Cross do this? Now that's Knives activity. That's Knives activity. Knives was just like, nah, bro, I'm on go. I'm on go. It's us versus them. There's no in between. There's no in between. Says it wasn't Cross. Cross would never do something like this. Man, it wasn't it. If it wasn't, I'm sorry for saying that it was Cross. Says, I know that. There are a surprising number of people who don't agree with what I'm doing here. Also, that's just messed up. Says, I'm sure it was just some punks from camp who bought into some weird ideas. Let's hurry up and get to work. Says, but what about the people who did this? Says, it'd just be a waste of time. Says, watching him trying to suck up to the skunk makes me sick. The other side. Those are the rumors that the skunk is paying. There are rumors that the skunk is paying Dura off. Or Dura off. Wow, they smoking this hookah. Whatever I'm assuming is hookah. Says, well, I bet he learned his lesson now. Oh, okay. Those are they hosts did it. Says, you think he's the type to give up that easy? he'll keep building that canal. Then what are we gonna do about Osuki? About it, Osuki. Says, bury it again. It's easier for us to destroy it than it is for him to build it. Man, that's messed up, you rat bastards. It says, but Dura's a fool, so he doesn't understand that. It says, Dura is pretty stupid. And Cross walks on up in there. It says, who's this kid? You're done. You're done. That's who this kid is. I was wrong. He is on that knives time, but it's more for a justified purpose. Like, oh, this is my homie Dura. He's trying to do something nice for us, and y'all suck. So allow me to whoop your ass. Says, because it's faster to beat a lesson into losers like you than to reason with them. And he knows that because Dora has put hands on him. So it says, you're one of the, yeah, I am. And those hands are real. Says, oh, cross your back. Says, don't get the wrong idea. I just did want you to think I was like them. And that's fair. That's fair. Says, we're out of cages to fill, Dora. Says, go ask Gramps how to weave more. Says, he's better at it than me. Says, why are we planting trees here? Says, these trees are haliphants. They love salt. Says, the cages will break eventually, but by then the tree's roots can do the same job. Said, Dora, the floodgates broke. Says, Grah! How long is this taking them? How long is this gonna take them to do? The way that they're doing it, they're literally moving all the my mind. Oh my god. They're literally moving all the rock and rubble from the path by hand, bro, and putting it to the side. Yo, that's wild. Nah, fam. With no ability. So he's crushing rock, moving rock, crushing rock, moving rock. So just no abilities, bro. Just all hands and muscles, bro. Nah, they're on another level. They're on another level physically. Meaning like they've been putting in some work, but how long are they doing this, bro? Since the Council of Elders has given their approval, the whole village will work together to continue the canal project. It says, as well as the plans to make full use of the Rumel River through the canal. Is that just ba? Hey, yo, now suck the diabolical and fiendish with down, bro. Nah. These the same people? Jovial, bro. Looking like I can trust your face halfway, but now, no, they don't trust anybody. It says, look at all the people. Jabaloma says, I knew you'd come through. Says, you never do things in the right order. You know that? Oh, that's Deborah. Oh, my God. Nah, bro. When the man came in, the dude was like, hey, bro, he ain't got no hostility towards you. That just hit aura. And he wouldn't emanate none of that at this point in time. Oh my God. Oh my God. Says, still the council never would have done anything had you not started work on it yourself. So don't go thanking me. And how did we get the spaceships, bro? How much time? How much time, bro? They're literally moving rocks by hand. Spaceships. Or just a block? Nah, bro, spaceship. Intergalactic travel. What the heck? So they even got old boy on the squad. Wow. Yeah, he beat it into him. Says, to truly coexist peacefully, we need to have universal love and time. Says, hey, I'm sorry I punched you. All right, Cross coming around. Says, thanks for cooperating with us. Says, yeah, same here. Dude says, asshole. Listen, little kid came up here, swallowed his pride, and apologized to you for whooping your ass because you deserved it. You can't handle it. Says, Cross. Says, Maru, Dura. I understand now. All that hope is gonna leave his eyes at some point, bro. What happens is so they're working, bro, moving these rocks and making this water flow, bro, and partying and having fun. Ships. Okay, so we're at ships. We can make ships here. Those ships are pretty damn nice. So ship come rolling in, bro. And look at these pompous a-holes. And now, yeah, Maru and Cross are older. Current ages, seemingly. So maybe 8. Bro, no, there's how old are they current day in Jujutsu Kaisen? Because there's no way, bro. They got ships right now. Bro, they did not come in on no flying devices. But they also have horns. And I know that Deborah has horns. So are those horns real? Or are they fake? And did he take them from them and put them on himself as like rewards for battle tokens? Bro, they did all of that by flipping hand. Oh, that's crazy. And planted the trees. Now, how much time passed, bro? Or how fast can those trees grow? That's wild. It says, we received a request from Descunt. They'd like to build a port facility halfway along the canal where ships can dock and crews can rest. It says, see? Now they're getting cocky. It says, what are you talking about? They're covering the costs and will make money. Hey, he's sounding like Rimuru out here. He's doing Rimuru stuff. Are you sure you weren't a slime, sir? Mayhaps you were reincarnated? It says, it'll boost Ramel's economy if the port gets busy. It says, Jabaloma. Does that mean? Yep, Ramel and Descunt will resume trade. They're on the right path. It says, we lost our parents because of the isolationist policy Descunt forced us into. Jabaloma's daughter died because of it too. He's doing, hey, that's kudos to him for putting that aside for the greater goal and purpose. Says, but I never once saw him get angry or consumed by hatred. Says 10 long years. So it took 10 years to do all that. That makes sense. But what don't make sense is the flipping spaceships. How did we get there? How much more time passed? Says, even though I'm sure he still struggled with unbearable emotions, wondering why his daughter had to die, I respect Jabaloma for that. Says, first, we need to decide on the location. It's got to be somewhere the canal can be expanded so ships can dock without affecting the flood management. Says, what about using this settling basin here? Says, isn't that too close to the mouth of the river? The water level will be an issue. Says, when you start at the very bottom, all you can do is crawl up. I thought things were finally starting to change for the better. But then, one day, a Callion mauled the daughter of the Skunt chieftain to death. Why y'all still didn't... Why didn't y'all, like... What was it? What was it that was holding y'all from, like... It was because, okay, it's because of how the Callions are viewed. And at the same time, they can only put so much of their stuff aside. So it was like, hey, we like these Callions. They like us. We could work on this river and basin. But, you know, even though there was like the main thing that really started everything at the beginning, before we built the canal, we still really not going to do anything for that. We just going to leave that open. Okay? We ain't going to lock them up. We ain't going to try and push back some of their land, maybe create a warning zone or anything like that. Nah. Just going to let them run loose. Let them live. Cool, whatever. Just know, if one of them runs up to anybody in our village and they get got, history is going to repeat itself. And right there, when they said chieftain's daughter, it's over with. It's over with. So even though Jabalaba's daughter passed in that previous event, it's not going. It's not gonna go away no time soon. So my question. So they left there where they currently are located to go to Earth. I don't know if these individuals include the skunks. Or is their planet gone? Like Krypton? Or did the skunks just take it over and kick them off? Because if they're able to do that to what Deborah is looking like now, then who did they have over there in the skunt? But I don't understand anything. Or are they all together? And at the same time, so you got 50,000 Semurians. Not Marulians, Semurians. And I don't know the distinction between the two. Unless it's a translation thing. But you got 50,000 on this ship. And how they got ships, I don't know. But 50,000 on the ship. What happened to the Callians? Are the Callians also on the ship? Or did you leave the Callians behind? Or are they just dead? I'm assuming they're all dead. The discussor wiped them out. But if the Callians are like Shikigami, don't they come with you? I don't know. I don't know anything. That's part one. I don't know how many more parts there are. But it's all downhill from here, guys. It's all downhill from here. So just strap in and lock in. And we'll see what happens. But that's the end of the chapter, guys. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you got some other content on the channel. Pass that. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.